where we're following breaking news. Explosions rocking the capital city just hours ago, again in Doha, Qatar. Israel confirming now it did target senior Hamas leadership in Doha, launching an unprecedented strike hundreds of miles away from the center of conflict there in Gaza with Hamas. Again, on the left side of your screen, you can see the smoke billowing. That's allegedly where those strikes have taken place. Not much known there, but we do know this. The operation aimed at high-ranking Hamas officials that were sheltering in the Qatari capital. Coming as the war intensifies, diplomatic tensions continue escalating across that region, and Newsmax has you covered. Thanks so much for tuning in to the third hour of National Report. I'm Sean Kreisman.
And I'm Emma Reckenberg. Thanks for joining us today. Israel saying it took special measures to minimize civilian casualties. Eyewitnesses, though, reporting in Doha multiple blasts and smoke rising over the city's Qatar district.
And you can see where this region is on this map here. We'll bring in foreign correspondent Zach Anders. He's live, though, from Tel Aviv with the latest. Zach.
Well, Sean, Emma, I have this from the Prime Minister's office from Benjamin Netanyahu. Quote, today's actions against the top terrorist chieftains of Hamas was a wholly independent Israeli operation. Israel initiated it, Israel conducted it, and Israel takes full responsibility. At the same time, Israeli media is reporting that President Trump and the White House was informed of the strike before it took place. This is from Israeli media reports. We have not confirmed this yet on the U.S. side. We are watching as the statements, though, have really led to this moment. Yesterday, the defense minister for Israel, Israel Katz, threatened that this was Hamas's final warning. On Sunday, President Trump had posted on Truth Social that was Hamas's last warning to accept the deal that was presently on the table. And this is who was in the room. This is the Hamas leadership responsible for formulating or accepting any sort of ceasefire deal and proposal. We have also, and I've just been sent a message from Connection on the Hostage Families Forum. This is the group that represents the remaining 48 living and dead hostages. Israel still believes 20 hostages are still alive. They sent me this statement, quote, the families of the hostages are following the developments in Doha with deep concern and heavy anxiety. A grave fear now hangs over the price that the hostages may pay. We know from the survivors who have returned that the revenge directed at the hostages is brutal. We demand that the Israeli government present us with an organized plan for a comprehensive agreement to release and return all 48 hostages. And guys, that's really where the attention has, and the mood certainly here in Israel has shifted towards any sort of direct action against Hamas and Hamas leadership. That's the question that has always come up. What happens to the remaining hostages that are still in Gaza as we speak, as the IDF is launching a massive ground campaign in Gaza City? Just a few days ago, Hamas released a propaganda video of one of those hostages above ground, not in the tunnels, above ground, driving around Gaza City. And the message there was that these are where the hostages are being held. We are hearing from sources within the IDF and the Israeli government that is certainly a concern right now, that the momentum for there to be a deal to be had might be stopped entirely by this strike, one. But then again, Hamas was not willing to agree to a deal. Two, there's a theory that is floated within military circles called the dead hand, or a dead hand switch, essentially that if this last remaining bout of heavy hitters, senior Hamas leadership that were alive and participated in the forming of the plans for October 7th, if they're to be killed, and they have been hosted safely in Qatar since before the war, if they were to go, is there instruction or directive to those terrorists on the ground to kill the remaining hostages as a result? But certainly, as Hamas has shown throughout the duration of this war, that is their only bargaining chip. But then again, that's a question for the leadership. And right now, we have no clear picture as to who is still alive at the top of those inner Hamas circles. Guys?
All right, Zach Anders live with the latest